folks, if this is your first time coming to the State Office building, welcome. And I'm really excited today because one of the things that we get to do in the State Senate, in addition to passing good policies, and of course making important budgetary investments, we also get the opportunity to lift up what I call unsung sheroes and heroes in our community, and most certainly public servants. And so one of the ways that we do that is through our Commendation Award. And so the Commendation Award is the highest award that an individual can receive from the New York State Senate. And it goes to individuals for their outstanding service to not only the respective Senate district for the senator that has nominated them, but also the entire state. And so today's honorees are individuals who I am proud to say go above and beyond on a number of issues, whether you want to talk about housing, making sure that we are safe through public safety with firefighters, making sure that our children are educated and have resources, and most certainly making sure that we are engaging in our democracy through civic engagement, and so much more. And so each of these folks I'm recognizing today are doing that and so much more, and their impact is not just felt here in Senate District 52, but across the region and across the state. So without further ado, and in no particular order, I would like to first recognize Siobhan Bunch. Just for a moment, for folks that don't know Siobhan, Siobhan is someone I've had the pleasure of working with for the last 2 years. And one of the things that stood out the most to me about Siobhan is her commitment to youth in the city of Ithaca and in Tompkins County through her role as the executive director of the Southside Community Center. This community center has been in Tompkins County for a very long time. It has a rich legacy, a tradition that even supersedes Siobhan's time, most certainly. But just a little bit more about Siobhan. Born and raised in Ithaca, she comes from a legacy of community service, following in the footsteps of her mother, Marcia Baum, and her grandparents, Dr. Donald and Jenny Graham, who collectively served Ithaca for nearly 50 years. As the executive director of the Southside Community Center, she is homegrown. And she is dedicated to advancing the community center's mission of empowering and enriching the lives of community members through dynamic services and programming. Under her leadership, Southside has offered and continues to offer essential programs, including youth education services, food pantry access, pet care clinics, bicycle services, performing arts initiatives, culturally significant events that honor the historic and future lives of Black individuals. As I mentioned, she is not only a leader, but any leader that is worth their weight also has great vision and have the ability to motivate others. And so her leadership has been a source of excitement and stability for Southside staff, board members, volunteers, program participants, and beyond, and I count myself in that number, fostering a strong sense of community and purpose. As I mentioned, her advocacy in lifting up the importance and the strength of diversity is felt through the programs of the Southside Community Center. And for all of these reasons and so much more, I am pleased to present to Siobhan Bunch the 2024 New York State Senate Commendation Award. Please join me in congratulating Siobhan.
One, two, three.
Well, hi, Lea Webb, staff I had no intention of really saying, like something big, but then I bring out my speech. Community service, it's not just an activity, it is a way of life. A mindset that connects us to one another and reminds us of the power we hold when we come together. For me, community service is a source of pride because it allows me to contribute to something greater than myself. No matter how small an act may seem, it can spark change. When I see those smiling faces of our children when they get off the bus, or the gratitude that is shown when we serve a free community meal, I know that I am doing my share to uplift my community. This pride is not personal. It is shared, right? Shared by my staff, by the numerous supporters and volunteers at Southside Community Center. Our mission is to affirm, foster, and develop self-pride in African Americans in the greater Ithaca community, excuse me, and we are doing just that. I want to thank my family, my friends, my mother who paved the way for me, my husband and my children who have had to endure late nights, which I said they would never have to do, late meetings, my deputy director who is the best. If I have been out on medical this year, she ran the center. They are the ones that continue to make the center thrive. To the rest of my family and friends, I want to thank you for supporting me, and I will make you proud. Thank you.
Next, I want to acknowledge and recognize one of our great leaders from Cortland County, and that is Wayne Friedman. So I've had the pleasure of getting to know Wayne for the last 2 years, but his reputation supersedes him. Now, just a little backstory. Wayne is someone who does incredible work. He is unapologetic in his support for the residents of Cortland County, making sure that they are safe. He is someone that most certainly shies away from the spotlight. In fact, that he's here is a testament because it was a journey to get him here, because he is someone who does it not seeking recognition. He does it because he genuinely cares. And so Chief Wayne Friedman began his fire service journey in 1987 with the Color Fire Department, advancing through the ranks and continuing his commitment to Cortlandville as both a volunteer and professional firefighter for over 3 decades. Chief Friedman has exemplified leadership, serving as the fire chief for both the Cortlandville and City of Cortland Fire Departments. His promotion to Deputy Chief of Operations in 2010 and selection as chief in 2019 demonstrate his exceptional capabilities in leading Commendation volunteer and career organizations. Chief Friedman is also an educator. He has been a state fire instructor since 2008, developing curriculum for officer training and certification programs. He is also a graduate of the prestigious Executive Fire Officer Program at the National Fire Academy. Chief Friedman's service isn't just relegated to the firehouse. He extends his community service, his public service beyond that. So in addition to his firefighting roles, he has served as a 911 dispatcher, an EMT paramedic, a member of multiple professional organizations and associations, including the New York State Association of Fire Chiefs and the International Association of Fire Chiefs. His dedication to the community extends with his work through the Cortland Fire Advisory Board and Fire Chiefs Association, where he has served as president. His leadership, and I would also add his compassion, commitment have made a lasting impact on the fire service and the safety of the entire Cortland community. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Chief Wayne Friedman, the 2024 New York State Senate District 52 Commendation Award recipient.
Okay, well, here we are. In full disclosure, as the senator said, getting me here was a challenge. Jayla, you did a great job. We went back and forth because, quite honestly, I was very humbled by the opportunity or the consideration of this award. And I'm still a little taken back by it. You've heard the senator speak of my background, how I got where I am. And I jokingly just say that, I'm just doing my job. And that's kind of where I am. My position as the fire chief in the city of Cortland is a culmination of many years of service, and it's allowed me to develop many relationships, not only locally in Cortland County, and statewide, but also throughout our nation with other fire chiefs. And I like to think that I am able to bring back some of that information. In my promotional ceremonies that I have for my officers when they're promoted, one thing that's a common theme is I always tell them they have to get out of Cortland to learn more. And it's not because Cortland's not a great city, there's just so much out there. And if you don't reach for it and bring it back, tend to be stagnant. So that's that. So I'm very humbled by this award, and it's still hard to believe. I try to do my best to improve safety for my firefighters, not only in Cortland, but across the state. I'm fortunate enough to instruct officers in New York State. And over time, I've seen the benefit of that. I see people who I taught entry-level supervisory training to as officers. Now I see them as chiefs of departments throughout our state. And I'm often taken back. My wife is here. Without her support, none of this would happen. The mayor of the city of Cortland is here with me. He's my boss. And without his support, I wouldn't do the job I'm doing. And I also have the program manager from the State Office of Fire Prevention and Control here. He's my other boss when I do my instruction stuff. So I'm very fortunate. Probably one of the biggest people that helped me in my organization though is my secretary, Nicole. She's here as well. And what I'm trying to get at is it's not me. It's not one person. It is a group of people. I may steer it a little bit, but it's the people that make it all work. And I can only say that I'm just one piece of it, one piece of the pie. And so enough of that. Senator, thank you. Thank you for the consideration. Thank you for all you do for the city of Cortland and Cortland County. And if I can give back a little bit, that's what we'll do. You're doing great things, and I truly do appreciate it. So everybody, thank you very much.
One of the things that I appreciate about all of the honorees is that they do it because they genuinely care. And so the fact that I have to convince them to allow me to recognize them is also a testament to their service and maybe a little bit of stubbornness. But anyway, but it's all beautiful. My next honoree, I have had the pleasure of knowing Jeff Furman, oh my gosh, I want to say for the last 10 years, going back to my time when I was on city council. And when I first met Jeff through an organization that I'm a part of, Young Elected Officials Network, I remember he was a panelist at our national convening, and learning his story, the fact that he's right here in the Southern Tier, I had no idea. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying these things. Jeff Furman is a pioneer in social responsibility at one of our favorite companies that we all engage in from time to time, and that is Ben & Jerry's. And so Jeff dedicated over 40 years to Ben & Jerry's, shaping it into a leader in socially responsible business practices. As the chair of the board and now president of their foundation, his efforts prove that businesses can drive social and economic justice while achieving success. Jeff is someone that is committed to youth and empowering them through food access and also through civic engagement. Jeff co-led Food from the Hood, a youth enterprise with GIAC, which stands for the Greater Ithaca Activity Center, teaching young people business skills and fostering global connections. This initiative allowed youth to travel to U.S. cities and even to London, building bridges with Muslim young people and broadening their perspectives. As I mentioned, Jeff is also about civic engagement and community development, and so he also works with skateboarding enthusiasts. I don't know if Jeff has been on a skateboard in a while, if ever, but I'm not going to ask you to respond to that. But his support led to the creation of Ithaca's skate park, where he helped to raise funds to provide a safe space for that community. His commitment to empowering local projects underscores his dedication to Ithaca and beyond. As I mentioned, Jeff is someone who is all about ensuring that our democracy lives up to its values and ensuring that through civic engagement. Jeff is actively collaborating with groups nationally on a variety of democracy initiatives, including efforts to lower the voting age to 16 and enabling those who are 16 years old to run for school boards. Locally, he's organizing young leaders to engage in these transformative changes. His influence isn't just relegated to us here in the Southern Tier, and most certainly in New York. He also has global influence, but also has never forgotten about his home. And so he has co-founded programs like Ithaca's Dispute Resolution Center and microfinance training to his work called Rejoice the Vote. This is an opportunity to expand global impact and insight and ensuring Ithaca and beyond benefit from innovative, justice-driven solutions. Jeff is also someone who does the work without seeking recognition. When I met him, I had no idea his whole history. And most of all, he is someone that's still to this present day committed to making sure that everyone does well. So please join me in welcoming and congratulating Mr. Jeff Furman, the 2024 Commendation Award recipient for New York State Senate District 52.
Here I go. I just want to start off by thanking the Senator, not just for recognizing me, but for the amazing work that she and her staff do. I just feel she is a leader that we deserve. And it's so nice to be supportive of you and to see what you have done for our community and continue to do so. I'm a real fan of her and her staff. I'm also a real fan of Southside. So, and all these wonderful people that are doing this has been part of this. So I appreciate their work as well. And I just got a chance to say hello to the fire chief from Cortland, and I appreciate him. And this is just a wonderful opportunity for me. As the Senator said, I do a lot of work with young people. And what you can imagine when I'm standing here, that anybody I do work with is a young person. It's just your perspective on the whole thing. And I have been I got involved in this democracy work with young folks when I began to meet them from around the country and understand how terrific they are and how impactful they are and how they work in diversity. It's natural. It's a whole different thing to see when you're just looking at them and you can see that they don't even have to pay attention. So they don't even have to ask the question who's not at the table. They're all at the table. and they have just been so much fun to do and to work with them and to understand their energy and also to make one feel hopeful of what's coming around the corner. And they are just been terrific people to work with in all the different programs that I've been able to be engaged in. So that is one part of it. What I'm trying now to do is to give them the empowerment in some form or another to deal with our educational system. But because the people that are running up for school boards are not really sometimes concerned or know anything more than the kids. A 16-year-old kid has 10 years of experience of going through, so they're the ones that we're trying to give the power to have their voices and experiences make a real difference. So I just wanted to say thank them, and I hope to continue to work with them. And in terms of the skateboarding thing, I have never been on a skateboard. And it's even getting hard at my age to walk around, so I probably won't make that mistake. Thank you.
And to round out the honorees for this year, I am so pleased to share our next honoree is someone who I've known well beyond 10 years. And this is someone in our community here in Brooke County that really takes and centers that fundamental need that we all have as individuals, and that is access to quality and affordable housing. And that is Mr. Jerry Willard. I want to share with you about Jerry. I want to share some things about Jerry for folks who may not be familiar with Jerry Willard. Jerry Willard is the executive director of the First Ward Action Council, and he has been a part of that great organization for more than 30 years. He has expanded their impact through not just simply building quality, affordable housing as a community housing development organization, but also through advocacy and ensuring that other CHODOs or community housing development organizations get access to resources through the state and through federal means as well, like HUD. Because of his work through that organization, First Ward Action Council, they are currently managing over 295 apartments, including senior housing, mixed-use spaces, group homes, which is addressing diverse community needs. His work in improving access to quality, affordable housing doesn't just stop with providing access to apartments. He also has a program that helps individuals who are homeowners through programs like the Homeowner Rehab Program, senior home repair services, crime prevention efforts as well, along with securing vital funding for federal, state, and local sources to enhance housing stability. His leadership in preserving historic buildings has earned the First Ward Action Council countless awards, showcasing his community, his commitment to not only community development, but also enhancing the rich history that exists through infrastructure and architecture in our community. He not only is involved in housing, he also has roles at Volunteers of America, Fairview Sobering Up Station. Jerry has demonstrated a lifelong dedication to meeting emergency, transitional, and permanent housing needs for vulnerable populations in our community. He is also a SUNY Binghamton alum, like me. Shout out to Bearcats. We love everybody, but you know, Binghamton is what it is. And has contributed to housing and community betterment through roles in professional organizations and local initiatives like the Ostenango Community Gardens, enhancing and enriching both the housing sector and broader community. Jerry, like all of our honorees, is someone that does outstanding work to ensure that everyone has access to quality, affordable housing. His team also demonstrate that dedication. The name of the organization, First Word Action Council, Jerry has spent a lot of time rebuilding that major gateway to the city of Binghamton. And for those who are Binghamtonians, you know what I'm talking about, and that is the First Ward. And so when you have leaders like Jerry and like all of our honorees who are committed to ensuring that those fundamental needs that we have as people are addressed, whether it's through education and in Jerry's case, housing, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to officially recognize Mr. Jerry Willard as the 2024 Commendation Award recipient from the New York State Senate.
Thank you, Senator. I don't know if I can live up to those remarks. I'm going to keep them short, but a couple of points I'd like to make. First of all, sort of like what the chief said, I'm just very pleased that I've had the opportunity all these years to do the work that I do. Sometimes I feel like I was just in the right place at the right time, and it's been rewarding. First, what Action Council started out doing, renovating houses. Well, actually, before my time, they were doing advocacy work. When I was hired, there was a shift to doing rehab and revitalizing the neighborhood, and we started by doing one house at a time. Over the years, we've grown significantly, and today, we routinely do projects that are in the range of, $12 to $15 million a project, with numerous buildings. Or in the case of, we just completed Vestal Chateau, which is senior citizen housing, in Vestal. But it's all about improving the neighborhood and providing people with a decent, affordable place to live. And like I said, I've always been happy that I've had this opportunity to do so. And I thank First Word Action Council and the community, and most importantly, the people that have supported us, which is real important. We have contractors, we have architects, we have a development team, we have an excellent staff, and we have political support from Senator Webb, from others in the community that have made it all possible. Without them, we couldn't have done it. So we want to continue. We're still here, we're growing, and we expect to continue growing and doing projects for the benefit of the people that need housing and for the community. Thank you.
So again, to all of our honorees, thank you for not only being here, but thank you for the incredible work and resources you provide to all of the residents here in Senate District 52 and beyond. This Commendation Award truly is a token of appreciation, and I hope that you take it with you and that it continues to inspire you to continue doing what I call the good work on behalf of not only the residents here in Senate District 52, of course our great state here in New York and beyond. Thank you all so much.